In this video, we'll take a quick look at the base and resets. There's not really much to say here. We'll also look at accessibility and utilities together. But essentially, GenCSS has a number of, has a base and resets layer that takes care of a lot of the problems that you might have with cross-browser use and things like that. So all of that is kind of evened out. I'm trying to find it to show you, but it's in the sheet, obviously, because it takes effect. Here we go. So a bunch of resets and are all in place for images, videos, and links, and headings, and lists. So you should find that all of that is giving you a blank canvas to work from. But there are some things that you can toggle on or off according to your need, should you have them. It's pretty comprehensive, and then you can also add your own custom additions, because obviously, not everything would fit into a UI, or there might be some things that you're facing in particular that you just need to even out. This will be a good place to do that, and that would work well with the specificity positioning. Accessibility, there are a number of that hasn't gone to the this will need a bit of a tweak, obviously. So there are a number of options for accessibility. There is clickable parent, although I think that might be in the utilities. Yes, of course. But you can change the color for your focus. So if I tab here, you'll see that we've got control there of how that would appear. To see you've got easy one source of truth for that as well, and obviously you can offset as well. That should be everything that you need on that front. And then we've got focus visible and selection highlight, but again, custom CSS should you need. But a few helpful toggles, and obviously the focus ring is where we're sitting right now with this. Do want to be very mindful of accessibility, so this is where you can get a head start on that. And then if we pop to utilities, GenCSS isn't designed really to be a utility framework. In fact, the idea of building GenCSS was to get rid of the use of utility classes in Tailwind, which was ruining a lot of vibe coding experiences. But it is useful to have them there. The utility classes, the classes that we've created for buttons and links are here for reference. So as we create them, they are added. And then there are a ton of other sort of built-in classes. So we've got clickable parent, screen reader only, skip nav, and then a few others that you might just want to use. It's worth noting that when using AI, you would have to explicitly say don't use utility classes apart from for buttons and links. That's something that I would put into any of my prompts. Just otherwise, it's going to rely on these out of preference. And then we've got some GenCSS extras, and these are really from my workflow that I really like to use, or that I've created in my time in web dev. So you can toggle these on and have a nosy at those, and so that should be helpful for you. Heading label and heading hook, those are two particulars that I tend to have created and used, and they are there for you should you wish. And then of course you've got custom utilities. This is obviously you can create your own utilities and add them here, and they would be made available to you. This is most useful for CSS Studio, which should have its own video, but that will come in time. CSS Studio is a place where you can use a bit of a page builder experience, or you don't, sometimes you would have gone to browser tools to whip up a gradient as you like. You can do that in GenCSS. You can also make layered sections with images and then add a before and an after. That can help you get some really great effects. And then you simply need to copy the CSS. Just be aware that any images you put in here, they'd have a different file pathway, so just ensure that you've put that in the right place, and that might need alteration. But everything else you can simply generate the CSS, copy it, and then you can paste that into your utilities, your custom utilities, and they're available for you. As well as the background and layers, we have a text function here. So you can add a gradient to text or shadows to text, really go to town on something that's quite visual. You can also add an image and clip to text, and that's actually on view here. Reload. apparently it's not on view there. It was on view there earlier. But where is it? I kind of want you to see it. But no, my cool text, it's hiding. So if we delete that. There we go. There's my cool text with a nice clip to text function there. So yeah, that's all possible in GenCSS. And CSS Studio will have a number of things, a number of CSS generators added to it, but this is just to get us going on a few essentials. Okay, cool. Any other questions about the GenCSS interface, please do get in touch. Bye-bye.